Oh, man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is. Tuesday. Brewsday Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, we're gonna get our hops on, It's Brewsday Tuesday with DreZ and Huck.
Woo! Popping them tops.
Popping the tops, baby. All right. It is Brewsday Tuesday time. My name is DreZ.
I would be Huck.
And we like to drink beer on Tuesdays. You went right for it.
I went right in, man.
So it's weird because it says what day is it? It's more like what night is it now with the time change. It gets so dark so quick. But
it's dark about 3:30, I think.
Yeah. And your eyes not so dark. You got the sunglasses. Your eyes are good to go now.
That's right. I got no glasses, but I do have to wear them to read this beer can.
Oh, that's right. So now you have to have reading glasses.
I haven't decided what style I'm going to go with. Librarian probably.
Yeah, there you go. Definitely.
All right. So what we have here today is what we like to call a Nana de Boo Boo Day. We have 4 beers from the Veil.
Well, it is to an extent, but this one's not super Nana Boo Boo because it's not like the one you brought back from Denver that's not in process anymore. Are these beers still available if you went up to the Veil right now?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, Nana Boo Boo.
Yeah. Every Tuesday they release beer, and I had to do a business trip, and I happened to be there on a Tuesday.
How convenient.
And I went in and I had a couple beers, and they have like a secret code of how to do it. So they have the beers listed. And actually, if they start selling out of a beer, they'll reduce the size of the serving and the price, of course. So if you were buying like a big beer.
They reduce the price?
Yeah, they go from a 10-ounce pour to a 5-ounce pour and cut the price in half.
Oh,
so that more people get a taste.
Yeah, I got you.
So then they have these little arrows, like from the indigenous people. They have a little arrow that points. And if there's an arrow, you can buy it. Maybe in a can, maybe in a bomber, maybe in a growler. But you can buy it. Well, I guess you can buy a growler or anything. I didn't see growlers going out, but I guess you can buy a growler of anything.
I would assume so.
So anyway,
unless it's limited quality. Do they cut that off? Because
it gets to a point where they don't sell any more beer, and they'll run out of everything.
Yeah, of course.
I was there on a Wednesday, and they were only selling 2 beers. Anyway, they were selling 6 beers the night I was there. And I got all but the sour. And not because I don't like sours, it's just because I ran out of money.
It ain't cheap
beer.
No,
they're not cheap.
The Veil ain't cheap.
No,
and anyway, of course, we're talking about the Veil, which you haven't heard of. It's in Richmond. I still haven't been there. Where exactly is it in Richmond?
Well, the address is on here. It's 1301 Rosemont. So if you're familiar with Richmond, it's near the boulevard.
Okay.
And it's like a block off Broad.
Beautiful.
You can drive right down, but the parking's a little iffy. But the whole neighborhood, if you don't mind walking a block, it's not a dangerous neighborhood. You can find a parking space. There's no parking because they put the food trucks in the parking lot, and the place is packed.
It's always packed.
Seriously,
yeah,
especially on Tuesday. So I went on. I didn't eat, but the food truck looked good. We went over and checked it out. But anyway, so this one is called.
I'm saying we're
Child Support.
We're 4 minutes into the show. We haven't even said what beers we're drinking.
This one's called Child Support. It's a hoppy pilsner, which seems to be a style I've had a lot lately. 4.5% alcohol by volume, and this is a big boy pint. And I like it on the top. It says on the side, where I have the warning for the Attorney General, recycle or die.
Oh, there you go.
They're pretty green about all this.
Well, yeah, and that's actually, now, I noticed that all the other cans are just like, the blank can with the label they slap on there. That one's an actual produced can.
Yeah, and it has like a
full...
Yeah, I think they make this one a lot. It's got like a check printed on it. Plus, they're changing over their canning line, so maybe they're using up the label ones they put on. Okay,
speaking of, which is like this one, the one you handed me, it's kind of a fun label. It says Little Kitty Boys, I guess that's the name of the beer. Boys. Mm-hmm. B-O-I-S?
Well, the name of the beer is the whole sentence, the Little Kitty Boys.
Little Kitty Boys Day Off.
Yeah, Little Kitty Boys Day Off. That's the name of the beer.
There's a little dude, at the beach, the skateboard, a piece of pizza, a cat, and a cell phone. And, that's cool. It's a IPA. It is 4.8%. And this is from the Veil Brewing Company right there in Richmond, Virginia, which, the Veil's getting a pretty good name. I guess they're one of those spots that, like you said, they're very quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
And I think that they're making a killing in that regard because of that.
Yeah, and the guy doesn't want to take in. I sat and talked to him for an hour, and he doesn't want to take in capital. He wants to do it on his own. He's reinvesting his money. He's got a wife and 2 kids. He's making 3 batches a day. I'm like, dude, you really ought to expand. But I mean, that's not my business. But this is a brewery that I think came around somewhere that Virginia hadn't really been. You know, we now have a brewery where people will actually spend the night to get the beer. Mm-hmm. They have a release on a Saturday. People go there Friday night and spend the night. We haven't had that in Virginia. I mean, a little bit, you know, Direct Theory had a period of time where that was kind of going on, but you don't see that so much. So, you know, we have a lot of beers that are being released. You know, Hardywood is had their release of the gingerbread a couple weeks ago. And the funny thing was, everybody's in line to get it, and there's a picture of a pallet of it at, you know, one of the grocery stores. I'm like, so, yeah, it's a rare beer, but not that rare if you can buy a pallet of it.
Yeah.
So these beers you cannot. And they usually limit on how many you can buy, a couple 6-packs, whatever. But I saw people going out there. I went out with a case. Other people went out with a case.
Well, let's go ahead and untap these ones because I know you got more Veil beers, and we could talk more about the brewery itself coming up here in a little bit. But what are you thinking about your, I can't remember what you called it. Child support, of course. Who could forget?
Got to write that check every month.
Yep.
I just said something about the check. The guy, Anita.
It's actually written on the check.
Anita Another is the signature.
It's the name.
Anita Another. That's his ex-wife there. Yeah, Anita Another. Okay.
That's good.
I'm trying to decide if I'm a huge fan of the Veil or not. A lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings about it, but this beer is good. I'm not a huge fan of Pilsners, but the hops bring something to it. And I have had a couple of least I do have something to compare with. So I'm going to give this thing a 4.25.
4.25. That's not a bad score. Now, that's the thing, man. Like the Veil, I was hearing a lot of good things about it. I know we had one Veil beer, I think, earlier this year or something.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine brought back a couple Veil beers, and those were all amazing. But we pre-gamed with a Heffy that you had brought, and now this one, neither of these are really wowing me. I don't know if it's just maybe this recent batch or maybe Homeboy's been getting distracted and he's slacking on his game a little bit. Now, that's to say this isn't a bad beer. It's just that my standard and my expectation for the Veil is set so damn high.
You're looking for a 5.
You're looking for a 5 when this little kitty boy stay off is not a 5. I mean, it's still a good beer. I mean, look at that. # super unfiltered. You can't. It's funny, like, you know, you think about all those, like, dark beers, you're like, oh, I can't, you know, you can't see your fingers on the other side. This is an IPA.
And you can't see your fingers.
This is a light beer, and you cannot see your fingers on the other side of the glass.
It looks like the bottom of a keg when you get all
that. It really does.
That stuff at the bottom.
It looks like it's straight, trub. Like, cloud. I'm drinking a cloud right now.
He should call one of these beers Trub.
Trub.
That's what it looks like.
But like I said, not to say that it's not good. It's just not up to the I guess the expectations you expect when you get a Veil beer. So I'd say this is probably I tell you what, this might just be a 3.75 if you can believe it. Under a 4. This is probably my first under a 4 Veil beer I've ever had. A little disappointed, especially with the cool label and stuff. In IPA, it should be good. 4.8. It's not a high ABV, which
I mean that might be part of the issue. You know,
that might be it, man. Give me the bigger, beefier stuff.
I know.
We'll see if the next round's a little bit better. We'll take a break. We'll play a tune, and we'll come back and we'll try some more brewskis from the Veil right after this. Stick around.